as you know, we're all in isolation, which is limiting our ability to get out and do the things we love, whether that's fishing or hiking or anything outdoors. I thought I'd do a little video of a couple baits that I received here in the last couple days. They are from Rapala. I've got a smaller version of the Rapala Peto. This one's in a burbot pattern. And I have a new Haku, which is from Europe. It's now available on the Rapala Canada website. This one is the color called Twilight Zone. It's kind of an orange color. So I thought what we'd do is some unboxing videos and show you guys what's in them. Kind of my first impressions. I played with the Peto in the larger size. I've got one over here. I've got a few of them in here. This is the same one. This is the same one in the larger size, so you can see there's a big difference in the size here. I've actually had really good luck with these guys. Spring fishing, you can see they're all kind of scratched up a little bit. The tails have held up really well. I haven't had to replace the tails yet. It does come with a replacement tail, so you get two. Pretty easy to switch them out. You pull this split ring, this whole rubber tail comes off. The front half here is all solid and has a rattle in it. You can, hopefully you can hear that, a big rattle in there. And then this back tail is all soft, right? So this is the Peto. There's also the Otis. Let me see if I got one here. This is the Otis, which is a big curly-tailed version of the same thing. So I found that the Peto has fished better for me. I've caught more large pike on the Peto than I have on the Otis, which is why I thought, well, I'll give the smaller one here a try in the Peto. They also make a smaller Otis. I just haven't picked it up yet. So hopefully we can get these out on the water soon and give them a try and see, you know, if there's a difference in the size and the catch rates, etc. So just incidentally, the Otis and I think the Peto as well also come in the same color here, this Twilight Zone. So it's kind of this reddish orange with a black back and kind of some gold highlights in there. So anyway, a whole box of these over here, all these Otises and Petos. They've been good springtime pike baits. Anyway, so let's go through and let's compare this smaller version. I'm sure it's going to be very much the same as the big version. But let's pull it out here and just have a look. I'm just going to pop the tape here on the bottom. Alright, so like I said, you get the one extra little tail here. And here's the bait itself. So the two sizes, let's see if I can hold them up here so you can kind of compare them a little bit better. There we go. So you can see there's quite a bit of difference here in the size. This one's, I'd say, about 60% the size of this guy. Measurements are here probably somewhere, but anyway, I have no reason to believe that this won't work as effectively or more effectively even than this one. This one is a little bit large. The big pike, I think the biggest one we caught on this last year was like 21 pounds, somewhere around there. And even on some pike that were in around that 10-pound range, this entire bait was engulfed, so it was all gone. All you could see was just the tip of the head sticking out of the mouth. So if you are going to fish these for a big pike, make sure you pinch the barbs down if you're doing catch and release, especially for those big spawning hens. Okay, so that's the Peto. This is, sorry, I guess it says the size on the bottom. This is a 20 and this is a 14. So two sizes depending what you're looking for. They are on the Rapala Canada website. Both of these, they seem to be kind of in limited quantities and colors, specifically the smaller ones, because I think they're newer out this year. So have a look for those. The other one, now this one is one that I haven't played with at all, so I haven't seen it in the water. I've seen some videos. I believe it was available over in Europe for a while, and there's some good reviews of it from there. The thing that intrigued me about this is it has this detachable clip that clips on the back here. So the idea is when a pike hits it, if they get hooked, and when they're thrashing their head around, the weight of the bait isn't pulling those, levering those hooks out. Because it detaches, this wire on here stays embedded in the fish, and the weight can kind of, the big lure part can kind of flop around and doesn't pull those hooks out. So that's the theory. I haven't tried it in person. It is more of a glide bait, so it's the depth listed is variable, as it will be for all of these little, the same with these guys as well. It depends on how fast you retrieve it, how long you let it settle, etc. Most of the time I'm fishing these in like under 5 feet of water, so we're just working them along the surface. So it's called 3R. This red clip is called the 3R system, which is the Rapala release rig system. So it's we'll see how it works here anyway. I haven't played with it, so. Okay, so right off the hop, it feels like a good, really solid bait. There's a nice groove that's running up the belly here that this all kind of lays in. And then this little red clip, yeah, that just pushes in there. Oh. And you probably don't want to do what I just did, which is the wire was holding that treble in place. So pop that out, get the wire underneath. There we go. Okay, so you can, hopefully you can see that. I'll hold it up here and let's let the camera focus. Come on, camera, focus on there. There we go. I think that's better. So you can see the wire runs all the way through that groove. Then back here's this little clip. The only worry I have with this is this plastic clip. You know, how many times can it pop out and pop back in before that clip breaks? So that's something we're gonna have to keep an eye on. I guess if it does happen, what a guy could do is, I've done it before. I use my little girl's hair ties, those little tiny elastics. They're really small, and you could put that around there, hold things in place, and they're small enough and thin enough that when a pike bites it, it's probably going to bust loose and bust that little band. Not ideal, because you don't really want those little pieces of band in the water, you know, plastic and everything going in there. But perhaps if it becomes an issue, Rapala might make these little clips available if they start to have breakage issues. But it seems robust right now. We'll see. Like I said, until we get it on the water, we can't really tell how well that's going to last. Kind of neat, that loop right here, this little ring sits vertically in that channel, so it gives a nice freedom of movement here, which is good. Let's see, any rattles inside this thing? No rattle inside there. The idea with this one, as you retrieve it, is to kind of give it the twitch, and it'll kind of kick off this way and then kick this way and then back and forth. And then once the pike bites, this whole thing pulls out like that, and then this can flop around, and the fish can do whatever it wants. So that's the theory anyway. These are available, like I said, on the Rapala Canada website. I don't know that I don't think they're available on the US website. They're available obviously in Europe. I think they've been out there for a while, and the Canadian guys were able to bring them in. So when I went on the website, this was the only color that was available. They had other colors shown there, but they were all out of stock. So hopefully, if you're interested in getting some of these, get on the Rapala Canada website, see if you can get them. I know because of the whole COVID thing, they're not shipping right now, so hopefully they start shipping here soon. They're able to get going again, and you guys can get these in time for spring pike. So anyway, hopefully that was helpful. If you have any questions on it, put it down in the comments below, and I'll respond accordingly. I'm excited to give these a go. Okay, thanks everybody.